Hey there, weird traveler! Haha! No, don't worry. You're in the right place at the right time. Mm, not a stranger either. Yeah, no, you know who I am, right? Well, you should know who I am. You know, my name was right on the thing. I don't know. Anyway, I am the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage. Saint Nikki get the grit. And I am fucking wonderful. Yes. So, what we do here in this maddening place, why you're here in this maddening place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said, because he did not fucking say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible. Um, We are on book 2 of this trilogy. We are on the section called Luke, right? And Luke is very descriptive, kinda. Well, he doesn't put everything like a description of everything, but what he does write about, highly descriptive. Well, really, it's just a lot of fucking words. It's not really descriptive, I suppose. But there is um a lot of kind of lessons in here, you know? Shit, you should probably know that that's a lot of this in this book also. So, come on this way. Let me know what you're drinking and what you're smoking. Yeah, I'm drinking the scotch glass of soda. You know, I totally wasn't prepared when I started this today. I was watching Trump's tribute to Hulk Hogan. I was almost in tears. You know, they're friends, right? Like, they are like good friends. And Trump made a little memorial for him, and I was watching it. I was almost crying because that's his friend. Oh, where are we at? Who's getting a flogging? Wait, this book said something about a flogging. Did we already? I don't know if we read this. Oh, yeah. Because he was like, I came here to make everybody hate everybody. It's going to be great. And then he said, you know, you should probably forgive people. But right before that, or shortly after that, he's like, hate everybody. Yeah, it'll be great because I came here to make everybody hate everybody. It's going to be great. So, we are on chapter 13. So, let me know what you're drinking, what you're smoking. We're going to see if a few people get in here. All right, no messages. Oh, shit. You know what I do got to do, though? No, I do have to do this. Why isn't my alarm going off? It's gonna go off. Or at least I hope so. So I can take my medicine. Yeah, it's a good idea. So where's my cousin at? Where's everybody at? Where's Neil? Where's Miss Muddy? Look, I lost a subscriber. Man. Uh anyway, I hate when people do that. They subscribe and then once they see my content, they unsubscribe. It's like, well, you shouldn't have subscribed in the first place. And Dustin said, what kind of who unsubscribes from people? I'm like, apparently a lot of people do. A lot of people just unsubscribe, which is kind of stupid. You subscribe to somebody because you like something, and then you unsubscribe because they said one thing wrong, and you're like, oh my God, this filthy person. But I should go back to doing um my whole hey, I love you too. Hi, Miss Muddy. I'm gonna like my own stream for the hell of it. I want to see. Does anybody else like it? Well, good. You're here right on time because we're about to start chapter 13. And it says, now, on the same occasion, there was some present who reported to him about the Galileans, whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. Ooh, so they were probably doing spirit cooking and then eating the food, the beef with it. Okay. And he answered and said to them, spirit cooking is a thing. That's not what he said. I'm just kidding. Jesus would be all against spirit cooking. Look, everybody should be against that because it's kind of gross. But anyway, I think that, like, their sacrifices are people's sacrifices, right? But then they're doing it on the Jewish altar, maybe something like that, because I don't know how you could mingle two different sacrifices into one unless you were sacrificing your shit on the other's altar, which is highly disrespectful, I gotta say. Like, uber disrespectful. Yeah, we're on Luke 13. I think it's the third section of book two. That's what I've been calling it. Yeah. But let me finish trying to figure this out. And Jesus said, do you suppose that these Galileans are greater sinners than all other Galileans because they suffered this? Oh, okay. I get it. Wait. Okay. Now, on the same occasion, there were some present who reported to him about the Galileans, whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. Okay, so Pilate killed them while they were sacrificing. All right, this is a highly confusing thing because he said, do you, oh, I hate this medicine. Um, do you suppose that these Galileans were greater sinners than everybody else because they suffered this fate? Listen, I'm telling you, no. But unless you spent, no, but unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. Or do you suppose that those 18 in whom the Tower of Siloam fell and killed them were worse culprits than all the men who live in Jewland? I'm telling you, no. But unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. And then he began his concert, saying, a certain man had a fig tree that Jesus did not kill. No, that's not what it said. It said, a certain man had a fig tree, which he had planted in his vineyard, and came looking for fruit on it, and did not find any. So Jesus came and told it it'll never bear fruit. And then it died. That's not what it says. And he said to the vineyard keeper, behold, for 3 years I have come looking for fruit on this fig tree without finding any. Cut it down. Why doesn't it even use up the ground? And then the Slave answered, let it alone, sir, for this year, too, till I dig around it and put in fertilizer. No, just wait a year so I can just eat this fruit on this thing for like another year, right? Because you know that Slave was taking that fruit, not thinking that the guy would just pay attention to that one specifically. You know that Slave was eating that shit, not expecting. Hey, cuz. Okay. And need using up the ground. And he said fertilizer. And if it bears fruit next year, fine. But if not, cut it down. And he was watching, and he was having another concert in another one of those synagogues on the Sabbath because Jesus gives no fucks. And behold, there was a woman who for 18 years had a sickness caused by a spirit, and she was bent double and could not straighten up at all. That's what's wrong with Dustin's back. Sure is. And when Jesus saw her, he called her over and said, woman, you're fine. And he laid his hands upon her, and immediately she was fine and began glorifying God. And the synagogue official, indignant because Jesus healed on the Sabbath, began saying to the multitude, there are 6 days in which work should be done. Therefore, come during them and get healed, and not on the Sabbath. And the Lord answered it and said, you stupid motherfuckers, do not each of you on the Sabbath untie his ox or donkey from the stall and lead him away to water him? And this woman, a daughter of Abe, as she is, whom Satan has bound her for 18 years, should she not have been released from this bond on the Sabbath? And as he said this, all his opponents were being humiliated, and the multitude was rejoicing over all the glorious things being done by him, because they're greedy. Therefore, he said, what is the kingdom of God like? And to what shall I compare it? It is like a mustard seed, which man took and threw into his garden. And it grew and became a tree, and the birds of the air nested in its branches. And again he said, what should I compare the kingdom of God? It is like leaven. It's like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 pecks of meal until it was leavened. Hold on. And as he was passing through from the city and village to another, teaching and proceeding on his way to Jewland. And someone said, Lord, are there just a few who are going to be saved? And Jesus said, strive to enter the narrow door, for many, look, I'm telling you, many will seek to enter and will not be able. Once the head of the house gets up and shuts the door, and you begin to stand outside and knock, saying, Lord, open up, then he will answer you and say, I don't know you. Could you imagine being in a room full of people at the guy's house, and he's like, I don't know you? Because you know you're going to be standing around all your family and friends, right? Unless Jesus is right and we don't even know each other. But even if you don't know each other, could you imagine standing in front of other spirit ghost things, and then like the head guy of heaven is like, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know how you ended up in front of line. Look, I don't know, but I don't know you. And once he had healed, no, once the head of the house gets up and shuts the door, and you begin to stand outside and knock, Lord, open to us. And yeah, Jesus will be like, I don't fucking know you. That's my purse. Then you will begin to say, but we ate and drank in your presence and taught you in our streets. That's what Peter's gonna say. And then Jesus will be like, I don't know you. That's my purse. Get out of my way. There will be weeping, wailing, and gnashing of teeth. There, when you see Abe, Isaac, and Jake, and all the prophets in the kingdom of God. But you yourselves are going to back of line. And they will come from east to west and north and south, and will recline at the table in the KOG. And behold, some are last who will be first, and some are first who will be last. You want to be in front of line. That means don't be a hypocritical piece of shit, right? Don't talk about other people like I did accidentally for 2 days. I shouldn't have done that anyway. Just at that time, some Pharisees came saying, "Go away and depart from here, for Herod wants to kill you." And he said, "Go and tell that fox, behold, I cast out demons and perform cures today and tomorrow. And on the third day, I will reach my goal." Damn it, Jesus. Speeding up his demise. Man, why? Nevertheless, I must journey today and tomorrow and the next day, for it cannot be that a prophet should perish outside of Jewland. Why is Jesus calling himself a prophet? This is the second time he's called himself a prophet. Oh, Jewland, 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 the city that kills the prophets and stones those sent to her. How often I've wanted to gather your children together, just as a hen, and you would not have it. Behold, your house is left to you desolate. And I say to you, you shall not see me until the time comes when you say, Baruch Shep Adonai. Yeah. So we are taking a smoke break real quick, and then we're going to read chapter 15. Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay. So, Miss Muddy, what are you thinking about this? Man, I need to get something to drink. All right. That's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to go get something to drink. Huh? I'm live streaming. Hold on, what? Just put down the seat. I got I don't know. I'll ask him. Okay. All right. Okay. Hi, guys. Hold on. Sweet tea tonight. Don't gossiping. You go to back of line. Yeah, you go to back of line. God never gets to the back of the line. He parties, him and God the Third. God Jr. and God the Third party at the front of line. I'm a terrible gardener. You know, I've just been letting the rain water my plants. Every time my plants need to be watered, it rains. It's amazing. So, are you smoking tonight, Miss Muddy? Wait, what? To be a good gardener. Are you talking to somebody? I don't have. Hold on, I'm going to change it. Damn. Okay, top chat, live chat. You have to fight a bush. Hey, there are some kind of people that'll make your bushes into shapes. I don't know what they're called, but I would get a heart shaped bush. Okay, okay. What kind of bush is it, Muddy? Is it one of those ones that smells like green? Man, I hate the smell green. Look, anything. Oh. See if she can turn your bushes into a heart. I mean, it's all right. I use the text to talk, and Google and voice speech cannot understand the way I talk. They're like always so confused. And YouTube does the same thing sometimes. I try to talk into it, but I don't know. Oh, you have a fig bush, and you have somebody from Texas cutting your fig bush. Got it. I got it. Yeah. Let me finish this cigarette, well, part of it, and we'll move on to chapter 14. Yeah, and we're about to get into the songs. I can't wait to sing them songs. They're my favorite. The fig was a tree. Ooh, man, are you going to eat some of the figs off of it? I like those Fig Newton bars. They're so fucking good. Oh my God. I've never had a real fig before. Or they look like prunes or something, something like that. Or kiwi. They look like a kiwi. I would want to eat a fig because those Fig Newtons are delicious. Do you eat them? Man, if I had a fig bush, I might eat them if they taste like those Newton fig bars. Man, those things are so good. Haha. Yeah. Can you send me one? I wonder if I could get Dawson to go to Jungle Gyms and buy a couple figs. Tiny pear looking. Okay. I'd probably eat that. Cause I love pears. Pears is my favorite fruit. And it's my favorite fermented cider. Pear beer, whatever it's called. Beers made out of pears. All right. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's right. We're getting into the good parts. So let's get shit. Wait a second. I gotta take my pills. My phone's about to go off. Was it a good time? It's good time. Take your medicine, Muddy. That's all I gotta take for tonight. There used to be a lot more pills in here. I finally got it down to four, four pills. Pills. All right. Are we ready for chapter 14? Okay. And it came about when he went into the house of one of the Pharisees on the Sabbath to eat bread, that they were watching him closely. And there in front of him was a certain man suffering from leprosy. No, no, he, Oh, he suffered from dropsy. So is that like Down syndrome? I don't know. And Jesus answered and spoke to the lawyers and the Pharisees, saying, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? But they kept silent. And and Jesus took hold of him and healed him and sent him away. And then he said, which one of you shall have a son or ox fall into a well and will not immediately pull him out on a Sabbath day? Okay. And they could not make a reply to this. And he began having a concert in this guy's house, right? And he, okay, he began doing a concert in the middle of this guy's house. And he was speaking a parable to the invited guests, which he noticed how they had been picking out the places of honor at the table, saying, when you are invited by someone to a wedding, do not take the place of honor, lest someone more distinguished than you may have been invited. And he also said, who invited you both shall come and say to you, hey, this guy needs a seat. I know you were comfortable, but this guy needs that seat. But when you are invited, go and decline at the last place. So when the one who has invited you comes, that he may say to you, come up higher, and you will have honor in the sight of all who are at the table. Psychology right there. And he also went on to say to the one who invited him, when you give a luncheon or a dinner, do not invite your friends or your brothers or your relatives, even your rich neighbors, lest they also invite you in return, and payment has come to you. But when you give a reception, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed, since they do not have the means to repay you. For you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. And when one of those who were reclining at the table heard this, he said, blessed is everyone who shall eat bread in the kingdom of God. And Jesus was like, a certain man was giving a big dinner, and he invited many. In the dinner hour, he sent out his slave to say to those who had been invited, come, for everything is ready. But they all began making excuses, and they got shit to do, and their mother-in-law is coming. Listen. Okay. And the slave came back and reported this to his master. Then the head of the household became angry and said to his slave, go out at once into the streets and lanes of the city and bring in here the poor, the crippled, the blind, and lame. And the slave said, Master, what you have commanded has been done, and still there is room. And the master said to the slave, go out, and go in the ghetto and tell them to come to the party. For I tell you, one of those men who were invited shall taste of my dinner. Now, great multitudes are going along with him, following his shiny piles of shit. He turned and said to them, if anyone comes to me and does not hate his entire family, cannot be my disciple. Whoever does not carry his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which one of you, when he wants to build a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, when he has a foundation and it's not able to finish, all who observe it will ridicule that man, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king, when he sets out to meet another king in battle, will not first sit down and take counsel whether he is strong enough with 10,000 men to encounter the one coming against him with 20, or else, while the other is still far away, he sends a delegation and asks for peace. So therefore, no one of you can be my disciple who does not give up everything. Therefore, salt is good. See, this is another. He's taking the Sermon on the Mount and putting it in other places. Therefore, salt is good. But even if salt has become tasteless, with what shall it be seasoned? Your flavor packet of life. It is useless, either for the soil or the manure pile. It is thrown out. He who has ears, let him hear. Yeah. Edema or swelling. Oh, okay. All right. So that was chapter 14. What do we think about that? Jesus said, if you don't hate everyone and give up everything, you cannot be my disciple. And Jesus spells it out. If you don't hate your mother, your father, you even have to hate yourself to be Jesus' disciple. You have to love other people, but you definitely have to hate. No, you can't love anything. You just got to be kind to things. So Jesus must have really not liked people when he was down here. What do you think, Muddy? And then he puts the Sermon of the Mount like different pieces of the Sermon of the Mount are in different areas of this book because the flavor packet of life, that's a Sermon on the Mount thing. That is so interesting to me. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Press like and subscribe and join the chat. I would love to interact with you. But Luke is a doctor, so, you know, maybe he's just making the story sound better. Something. And the Sermon on the Mount, really, he only told that to his disciples because he said, come up here. And then he began to teach them. So his disciples know this shit already. So maybe Jesus is saying the Sermon on the Mount in other places also because he only taught that to his disciples. You can find that Matthew chapter 5, I think. Okay. So, chapter 15. Now, all the tax gatherers and the sinners were coming near to listen to him. And both the Pharisees and the scribes began to grumble, saying, this man receives sinners and eats with them. And Jesus said, fucking right, I do. That's not what he said. And then he told this parable. What man among you, if he has 100 sheep, will not leave the 100 or 99 and go look for the one that went astray? I don't know. I tell you that in the same way, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner that repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. Jesus came for the weirdos. Jesus came for the people that don't fit in. He's coming for the people the Christians don't want. Or what woman, if she has 10 silver coins and loses one, does not light a lamp and sweep the house and search carefully until she finds it? And when she has found it, she calls all of her friends and say, I'm sorry, bitches, you didn't steal this shit. That's not what she said. She calls her besties, saying, party with me. I have found the coin which I had lost. This is crazy to me. In the same way, I'm telling you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. Why does my ear hurt? What? I mean, my ear doesn't hurt, but my ear hurts. These headphones are too tight. They're my son's headphones, and he's got a tiny ass head. No, he doesn't. That motherfucker has the biggest head on the fucking planet. Okay. And then he said, a certain man had two sons, and the younger of them said to his father, "Hey, father, give me all my shit, right? All my stuff in your will." And not many days later, the younger son gathered everything together and went on a journey to a distant country. And there he squandered his estate with loose living. Now, when he had spent everything, a severe famine occurred in that country, and he began to be in need. And he went and poured himself out to every man who would go in a bathroom stall. That's not what he said. He went and attached himself to one of the citizens that got him hooked on meth. That's not what it says. He attached himself to one of the citizens of that country, and he set him in his field to feed swine. But he came to his senses and said, "How many of my father's hired men have more than enough bread? But I am dying with hunger. I will get up and go to my father, and I will say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me as one of your hired men.'" So he went to his dad. And as he was a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion and ran and embraced and kissed him. And he said to him, wait, and the son said, "Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight. I am not worthy to be called your son." But the father said to his slaves, "Bring out the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and sandals on his feet. And bring lots of food. Let's eat and drink and be merry." Because his son had come home. Now, his older son was in the field, and when he came and approached the house, he asked the slave what was going on. And the slave said, "Oh yeah, your brother's here and your dad is super hyped." Right? So then he got all butt sore and didn't want to go in. And then his father came out and said, "Look, no." The son said to his father, "Look, for so many years, I have been serving you and never neglected a command of yours. And yet you've never given me any of that shit. But when he has come and he got rid of everything, but when he came, you give him this big party." And the father was like, "Yeah, but you already know everything I have left is yours. So why are you being butt sore, son? Get over and go see your brother." Because really, didn't we already think he was dead? But he's not dead. He's come back to life again. So come party. And that's where we're going to end there. because we got songs to sing for the next 3 chapters. It's going to be so much fun. So we have to pause right there. Yeah, he spent most of his time with the weirdos that didn't fit in. He was always in some kind of seedy shit where the sinners are, where the weirdos are. Hey, that's the best place to be. Saloons and bars. You meet a lot of good people. You meet a lot of bad people too, but you mostly meet good people. So I did something and I don't feel bad for it. Henry is not kicked out, but he was pretty close to being kicked out. You know how he brings the drunk girl to my house? He that was the second drunk girl he brought to my house. The first one I gave a shower. And well, I didn't give her a shower. I let her use the shower, you know. And then the drunk girl that was scared of the raccoons. Today we went to a family dinner. We went to a family dinner. So we weren't home. Henry was here. He called his friend over. And it's like, dude, you can't do that. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't do that. So I kicked them both out of my house. I didn't kick Henry out. I kicked him out of the house. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But he has nowhere to go. So he's coming back here. But it's like, stop bringing people to my house. Like, why would you do that? Why would you think that was okay? That's not okay. You should have asked first. But no, you should have called first. Yeah. Dustin was pretty mad too, but I freaked out more than Dustin did. I did. I freaked out pretty bad. Because I don't think he's taking this being homeless thing serious. Like, yeah, you have somewhere to stay right now, but where are you going to go in fucking 5 days? You've been staying here for how long? And I charge you $50 for rent. Like, we're losing so much money, dude. Like, why would you take advantage of a place? Like, you have nowhere else to go. So why would you fuck up the one place you can go? It's like, why would you do that? And then it's like, why am I being such a shithead? I feel disrespected. Like, uber disrespected. Like, not as bad as if he brought a girl here or something. Because he sleeps in my son's bed. So if he brought a girl here, he would have to buy a whole new mattress. You can take this one and go live with those crackhead girls that he keeps hanging out with. He hangs out with some bad girls. Like, not girls I would want to know where my house is. So you have to watch that shit. I don't know. I guess I just needed to get that off my chest. What do you think, Miss Muddy? What's going on in your world? I gotta, well, nothing, no one, nothing. Okay, well, let's get ready to go to bed then. Uh, it's interesting no one showed up this evening. Hmm. And watch now, somebody's gonna show up. Yeah, that's how it is with me with Henry. It's like, okay, give us $50 a month and get on your feet, and then we'll help you move into your new place, whatever. But you got to start saving your money. But then he bought, like, he had food delivered, so he's spending more money. It's like, stop doing that. You have to move. You have to leave here. My son needs his bed back. We're trying to make sure that you have a stable place to live or whatever, but you have to find that stable place. But I don't, there's such a language barrier though. So it's like, I don't know if he understands what I'm saying, like how serious I'm being, like dead serious. And I don't think he understands that. And that is a thing that's going to have to be worked on both our ends so he can understand me and I'll be able to tell him. Yeah, this long, like, me and Dustin don't have a lot of tolerance for people anyway, but he does work at the store at the corner and they do like me and give me good deals and stuff. So I only felt it was right to let him stay in my house because his uncle owns the store at the corner and he works there, but he had nowhere to go. So we gave him somewhere to go. And his uncle was like, watch out, just watch out. He'll start bringing people. And he brought two girls here so far and one guy. And it's like, I've already told you, you can't have those girls here. My sobriety fucking matters, man. You can't bring those girls around me. I've, I don't, I don't know if I could say no. if they offered me drugs. I've never been offered drugs, but those kind of girls that are drug addicts do not like taking no for an answer. Well, I think he kind of gets it now because it wasn't even 5 seconds. I was in my house. Like, you guys got to leave right now. Like, I snapped my fingers and was like, get out. I shouldn't have done that, though, but it's so maddening. It's like, dude, I have so much weed in my house. I have a fucking 80-inch TV. I've got computer, you know. Well, I was afraid that he would bring somebody over here and they would steal my computer. Because then what would I do? That is true. Yeah. I am high on life and weed. I think the weed boosts my high on life part. But I don't know. I shouldn't have reacted like that. I don't think. That was probably a bad reaction to have. But it's like, you're disrespectful as fuck. Like, you pinky promised you wouldn't have nobody in the house. Hey, Wheels, there you are, my dear. You gotta come. Yeah, Dustin paid a lot of money for these things, especially that giant ass TV. Like, fuck, that thing was hard to get in the house. It's like half the size of my living room wall. Like a big, huge ass TV for no fucking reason. But we have it. Yeah. And the other thing is, like, leaving the back door open. Like, not open, but, unlocked because we're not giving anybody a house key. Are you kidding? No way. Like, I kind of want to stay up till 4 in the morning. Um, and that's kind of what I feel like. You're taking my house for granted. Yeah. Yeah, 311 is pretty all right. I'll be here for a while. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. I be here for. Damn it, you got that song stuck in my head. Wedding turned deadly. When man upset about son impending divorce, what does it say? Oh, he murdered his daughter-in-law. Murders his daughter. So he's upset that she was divorcing his son. That's fucking insane. Oh my God. Hey, Dustin. Oh, damn, he's already asleep. Look, that Amberelle, she is my favorite cook on Food Network. She died by self-deletion. Hey, man. Oh, did you guys hear Trump's thing about Hulk Hogan? It was the fucking most beautifulest thing ever. I have it here on Discord. I'll give it to you. I'll be here for a while. Ain't going nowhere. Damn it, Wheels. Oh, I meant to copy it, not open it. Son of a bitch. Hand me a drink. I'm sitting here and I can't think. There, that's Trump's address to Hulk Hogan, which I'm telling you, I have been so. I've been watching these Hulk Hogan memorial videos for 2 days now. It turns out Hulk Hogan is actually a really cool dude. And I didn't realize that because I was always a Ric Flair fan. You know, I love the Bad Boys. And I never knew anything about Hulk Hogan. So it was really nice to learn about him. And he was a cool ass dude. I've been watching everything Hulk Hogan for 2 days now. But anyway, um, what about you, Wheels? Do you, damn, he's still fucking live talking about Hulk Hogan. Oh my god. Yeah, wow. Trump is still addressing Hulk Hogan, but he's known him for a long ass fucking time. So I'm guessing it would be super long. But anyway, that's just my thing. What have you guys been doing? Wheels, what have you been doing? I'll be here for a while. Ain't going nowhere. I don't even know any more words to that song, and I don't even know why I know it. Ain't going nowhere. Man, this is crazy. Crazy, crazy shit. Dude, Flair cried. Dude, Flair cried. And he's not the only one who cried. John Cena cried. The Rock cried. Um, who was the other one I just watched today? Diamond Dallas Page cried. There was a lot of people that cried over Hulk Hogan because he was the fucking man. And maybe he did by getting, oh, my dad got skin cancer. Yeah, the fat man got skin cancer. And I called both my parents today, and uh, I did. I called both of them because the Hogan thing freaked me out. I'm not estranged from my parents. I bet my parents wish we were estranged, but I'm not estranged from my family, but I still called them because this whole Hogan thing kind of scared me because my parents are in their 60s and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. Did you guys call your families and like be like, hey, just checking on you? Oh, wow. Why? Why is that song stuck in my head? Those are the only words I know to that song. Or that one by Prodigy is my favorite song. Take me to the hospital. That's a great song. Although I've never been in that situation where I had to be taken to the hospital because of drugs. Thank God, right? I'm guessing, Miss Muddy, you would never had that experience either. Wheels, have you? I bet they were. I bet they absolutely were great live. But they have to be getting. Isn't that so surprising? Well, I don't know if you've done anything other than weed, but I've done a whole lot more than weed. And no way. When did he pass? Keith Richards? No fucking way. Keith Richards? No way. I I think that's fake news. Or maybe you're not even talking about Keith Richards. Oh, is that the white guy? He looked like he was gonna die. No offense, but he was, man, that guy was so skinny. Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say the Mohawk guy. Yeah. The really skinny one. He looked like he was gonna die. Yeah. Sometimes you can just look at people and go, oh, they're gonna die. Did you hear Sabu died? I bet you did hear Sabu died. Yeah, it was brutal. That was one I was really sad about. I quit watching wrestling the first time I went to juvie. Oh, well, actually, when I was in the group home. Yeah, the one you wrote me that letter at. Oh, yeah. That shit was fucked up, and I swear Vince McMahon did that because he was from the Canadian wrestling. Because almost all the Canadian wrestlers are dead or close to being dead. And Bret Hart has got so many fucking brain injuries from being kicked by Goldberg, who kicked him that hard on purpose. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Yeah, he was paid by somebody to kick him like that. Ended his whole wrestling career. It was sad. But I was a WCW person until the Attitude era. And then I quit watching well, I went to jail starting at the Ruthless Era aggression. No, I think I was already in jail by that point. Yeah. I didn't even see Crit. No, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because even back then I said Vince McMahon did that shit. Huh. Yeah, Vince McMahon. For as smart as he is, he's kind of a fucked up guy. Oh, wow, Miss Muddy. I've never been to a WWE show or even WWF. And I was watching wrestling at that time when it was WWF. But I should quit talking about Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna get all sad again. And Sabu. I can't believe Sabu died. That was the worst. Because that's one that you never expected to die. Hey, Al Snow. That's another great one. Al Snow. They should have given him more of an opportunity because Al Snow was really good. Did you see him lately? He doesn't have the hair anymore. He just kind of looks like a grown ass man. Too sweet. I'll just too sweet myself. There you go. Yeah, I know. But still, he looks like a grown ass man. It's like, look like a little kid again. Man. No, he's not Al Snow at all. Yeah, did you know it was his idea for Mr. Sacco? Did you know that? Mr. Sacco comes from Al Snow's head. You know what I've gotten into lately, although I can't find it online? Well, I guess if I tried hard enough, I could find it. Midget wrestling. Dude, they are so fucking funny. And they do real wrestling moves. And it's kind of like the WWF from back in the day because they pit a man against this woman called Strawberry Shortcake, and her boyfriend's called Psycho. And they wrestle each other in the ring. And the pink haired chick just had a baby. Yeah. It's like a whole thing. Oh, we're stopping? Okay, let's stop. What do you want to talk about? Stop in the name of love. Your wrestling breaks my heart. Stop in the name of love. Your wrestling breaks my heart. Oh, about the midget wrestling. Look, they are on fire. Hey, what's up, wifey? Miss Mud Duck, me, Eric's wife. Can't, Wheels' wife. This is her. She says hello. Oh, well, good. You can come party with us. We're talking about midget wrestling and regular wrestling and Hulk Hogan dying. And then we were talking about, well, I was reading. Oh, yeah. And we were talking about Al Snow. No, wait, never mind. I'm reading the wrong one. But we were talking about Al Snow. And all the wrestlers' podcasts that I watch say start watching wrestling now because it's really good. But I don't know. I hate some of these new characters, though. I'm not a fan of CM Punk. I hate CM Punk. I like viscerally hate that guy. Since that stuff with Matt Hardy. I'm straight edge and I'm so cool. Fuck you, Matt Hardy. You. You junkie drug addict. And it's like, okay, I've had enough. Shut up. No, I did not. See, I heard the tribal chief, uh, well, actually, I saw it. But I'm so happy Paul Heyman's back. I'm just happy Paul Heyman's back. Maybe he's gone again. I don't know. Well, well, now you right about now you should start watching. That's what all the wrestler podcasts say. Oh yeah, the wise man is my favorite since ECW. Man, he's a fucking madman. He's a shit. Except for the whole Brock Lesnar thing and the whole CM Punk thing with Paul Heyman. Well, I haven't. Well, I've been watching a lot of Juggalo Championship wrestling. I watch that every Thursday because the Juggalos got some good ass wrestlers. Yeah, CM Punk was really bad at it, but that whole straight edge thing turned me off because you know that motherfucker's taking steroids. Quit it. You think so? See, I was watching old wrestling and I was so happy I could fast forward through Triple H because that is my least favorite wrestler. He's above CM Punk because Triple H can't win a match without cheating. He has greaser hair. I could see that. Wow, this cigarette just, it smells and tastes like a clove cigarette, but it's not. CM Punk is Pepsi Man. I'm RC Cola. I'm an RC Cola, not a fan. Well, I drink RC soda. Huh. Mm. Oh, that's branding. He's getting paid for that tattoo. Well, this basic tastes like a clove cigarette. It's some shit. See, that's where wrestling loses me. Girls should not be wrestling. I don't know. It's I don't it's different. Gr- The girl wrestlers to me are different because you can't have fucking gown matches anymore. You can't strip the chick naked when she's wearing a thong. Like real wrestling. Does she? See, I need to watch wrestling. But then I think that shit gives like other women, MMA women, think they can fight a dude. And it's like, check, you wish. She is like the new China. All right, I'm going to have to watch. Because, for as big as boobs as China had, you think she would wear like a push-up bra, like my tickle bitties, take that bitch. But she never did that. She never wore a bra. It's like I never wear a bra, but my bitties are not that big. So when I don't wear a bra, it looks like a prepubescent set of boobs on top of a 40-year-old woman. Let me add a viewer. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that is better. Make sure you press like with that account also, so it can look like I have lots of people that watch my video. I even liked it. Look, I want to see how long this fucking Trump thing went. Oh my God, he's still going. He's still going. Hold on. I'm going to try something else because it still says it's live, but it's clearly the shit's been on for a long time. He's talking about, let's see, started 3 minutes ago. No, the fuck it didn't. It it's 8 hours ago. Oh my God. Trump's been talking that fucking long, 10 hours. Man, there ain't no way. Awesome. Thank you, Wills. Oh, did you see? I lost a subscriber yesterday. They- Fans announced boycott uh, of ESPN over Hulk Hogan article. People need to shut the fuck up. That is, that's one dude sitting at his computer talking shit. I don't know the article. It didn't say. It's ESPN uh thing. Oh shit. Infant bites cobra to death after it coiled around his hand. That's so fucking gross and funny at the same time. Oh, yeah. Michael Jordan's son made up with him because Hulk Hogan died. Arkansas couple killed at Devil's Den State Park while hiking with daughters. Haha, wow. People are fucking insane. Like literally insane. But enough of whatever just popped up on my Google. Okay. Okay, I love you, Miss Muddy. Awesome. I can't wait to see it. Wheels, what about you? Are you ready to go to bed? Or, well, Wheels, you just got here. Have you seen any JCW Wheels? Should I say JCW? W. Oh, it's movie night. Okay, well, then I'll let you guys go. Not yet. Okay. What movie are you guys watching? I'm yawning. Good night, Miss Muddy. Oh, dangerous animal. So it's a human scary movie. Really, I want to hit this bowl instead of the cigarette. All right, you want to hit this bowl with me, Kim and Eric? Damn, that sounds super fucked up. It sounds fucking crazy, dude. Oh, there's somebody else watching. Hi. Make sure you press like and subscribe and join the chat. We are talking about whatever. So, who's all on the Warp Tour now? Because there is no Blink 182. There is no Green Day. There is nothing. No Limp Bizkit, no Corn. Like what the Warp Tour is supposed to be. But I don't know that um to totally be true, but I know that Blink 182 is not a thing. Green Day turned into pop. I don't know, it's some kind of shit. Have you heard it? It's fucking terrible. God damn, what happened to fucking Green Day? They got fat and happy, and now they can't sing no more sad songs. Or, teenage angst songs because they got money now. So they can do whatever the fuck they want. And it's bullshit because they had good music. Oh, Dropkick Murphys played. I bet they're old as fuck too. Yeah, I bet they're old as shit, dude. Dropkick Murphys. Holy cow. That'd be like seeing Therian or something because I bet they're old as fuck too. I bet they were, dude. And it's funny? All these bands are the same age as our parents. They were like the same age as our parents when we liked them. I didn't realize that until the other day. Oh, Rise Against, they have at least one good song. They might have two or three. You know what band should play there? The band that played with Marilyn Manson. Oh, what the fuck is their name? I forgot. But they played with Marilyn Manson. They're a super heavy fucking band. And they got like a one syllable name. No, it's like two names. How long was it? Holy shit, it really was 8 minutes long. Trump's fucking eulogy, 7 minutes long. And I'm sure it wasn't even a eulogy at his funeral, but it's 8 minutes long. That's how much he loved that guy. Wow. It just got dark there. Damn, it's been dark here. Shit, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. Ugh. Okay. Oh, it's thunder outside. I think that's thunder, but I don't hear the rain, so I don't know. I'll be here for a while, ain't going nowhere. I need a different. Oh, Rise Against. They're the ones that play that 18 Day song, ain't it? When I called you out your name, something, something. Uh, mm, you cannot leave me this way. Something like that. Or they sing that other song. Mm, what is it called? Cannot leave me this way. Shit. Now I don't remember the other song. Hold on. We're gonna look at it right now. We're gonna find out. Rise Against. Uh, I don't know any of these songs. Why don't I know these songs? They don't even have the song that I know from them. Don't be this way. No, they don't even have the song. I can see it. Something. It starts to materialize. Mm, yeah. What the fuck? Savior, satellite. Okay. I guess they don't sing any song I know. I want to listen to some Cannibal Corpse. They have a song. They have a song that is recognizable, but you can't ever tell what band it is because they sound like every other band. I almost want to watch what you're watching to see if they play it. But on the thing that says Rise Against, I don't recognize any of these songs at all. Yeah, it's called Savior. That's right. She said, I don't hate you. I just want to save you. All right, I'll head it up when we're off here. No, we could do it right now. She said, I don't hate you. Just want to save you. But there's nothing left to say. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Okay. I'll watch that. Who's playing next? Oh, and I think they have another song called White Flag Warrior. Okay, hold on. White Flag Warrior. Oh, okay. It's a band called the Flowbots, and the guy that sings and Rise Against, I think, is in that song. He sings the rock part. Oh, look, there's a violin. That's pretty groovy. Still Rise Against. They got a few songs. I just don't know them. But they're pretty good. Well, at least with that one song, they're pretty good. Yeah. She said, I don't hate you, but I just want to save you. Why there's something left to save. Some kind of shit like that. But you guys, I do have to go to bed or because tomorrow's trash day. So I got to go around the house and empty all the trash. There's not a lot of trash, but I got to clean the cat boxes. Not my favorite thing to do. And then I got to do dishes, which is my least favorite thing. And then laundry, which is kind of an annoying thing because it's in the basement and I'm scared of my basement. But I got to get over my fear of the basement. Okay. Good night, guys. I'm about to hit the outro. I think something is happening. I don't know what it is. Okay. Now it's right. Wait, I lied. No. Now it's going to be right here.